Betrayal on my birthday. I'm 28 years old, and on my birthday, I walked in on my girlfriend of 3 years and my best friend having sex, in my bed. Yeah, you read that right. How it all started. I met Olivia at a friend's party 4 years ago. She was confident, driven, and had this contagious laugh that instantly drew me in. We clicked right away, and before long, our relationship became serious. Then there was Nate, my best friend since high school. We had been through everything together. He wasn't just a friend, he was like a brother. When I started dating Olivia, he was incredibly supportive, always inviting us out and making sure she felt included. Looking back, maybe a little too supportive. About 6 months ago, things started shifting. Olivia was always on her phone, smiling at messages but tilting the screen away whenever I was near. She and Nate suddenly had inside jokes that I wasn't a part of. If I ever questioned it, I'd get the classic, "God, don't be so insecure. We're just friends." The worst birthday gift ever. The night of my 28th birthday, I had planned a small gathering at my apartment. I got home early to set up, but as I walked inside, I heard voices coming from my bedroom. I knew those voices instantly, Olivia and Nate. For what felt like an eternity, I stood outside my own bedroom door, heart pounding, stomach churning. Then I pushed it open. There they were. In my bed. On my birthday. But the worst part wasn't catching them, it was what happened next. Nate had the audacity to smirk, not even bothering to cover himself. "Hey man, we were going to tell you eventually." "Olivia?" She actually laughed. "You should see your face right now." All I could manage to say was, "How long?" Nate high-fived Olivia, actually high-fived her, before answering. "About 3 months. But honestly, it would have happened sooner if I'd known." Then, he looked at Olivia and chuckled. "He's pathetic in bed. Seriously, man, did you never wonder why she always finished watching a show after you fell asleep?" They laughed together. In my bed. On my birthday. I didn't scream. I didn't throw anything. I just nodded, turned around, and walked out. Behind me, Olivia called after me. "Wait. Aren't you going to say anything? Are you seriously just walking away?" I got in my car, drove to a hotel, shut off my phone, and started making plans. My revenge was already in motion. What those two idiots didn't know was that Nate's company had just secured a massive deal with a high-profile client. A client I happened to have connections with, because the CEO was my uncle's golf buddy. They also didn't realize that Olivia's phone automatically backed up to our shared cloud. Every text, every photo, every late night at work excuse, I had it all. I spent the entire night gathering evidence and making a few important phone calls. By morning I had 43 missed calls, 28 from Olivia, 15 from Nate. Instead of answering, I sent Nate a single text. "Check your email." Attached were screenshots of every inappropriate message he had sent Olivia, during work hours, using his company email. I CC'd his boss, the HR director, and the CEO of that high-profile client. Fallout. With everything in motion, I went back to my apartment, while Olivia and Nate were at work. I packed Olivia's belongings into boxes, left them by the door, changed the locks, updated the Wi-Fi password, and rearranged all my streaming accounts. By 2 p.m., my phone started blowing up. Nate had been called into an emergency meeting with HR, his boss, and representatives from the big client. The messages I sent weren't just inappropriate, they revealed him bragging about overcharging the client, cutting corners, and planning to milk them for every penny before jumping ship to a competitor. The client pulled their $1.2 million contract immediately. By 4 p.m., Nate was walking out of the office, carrying his belongings in a cardboard box, the classic walk of shame. Then Olivia started spamming me. "What did you do? Nate just got fired because of you. This is insane. You can't ruin someone's career over a stupid mistake. Answer your phone." "No, Olivia. I didn't ruin his career. He did. And he got exactly what he deserved." The fallout continues. I didn't respond to Olivia. Instead, I forwarded her screenshots of texts she had sent to her sister about trading up from me to Nate because he had better career prospects. Alongside that, I attached messages from Nate to his buddy, where he admitted he was only with Olivia until someone better came along. The call stopped immediately. That night, Nate showed up at my door, wasted and furious, banging on it like a madman. He screamed about how I had ruined his life. My neighbor's Ring doorbell recorded everything, including him threatening to kill me before passing out in the hallway. The police showed up soon after and took care of the rest. Fun fact: if you're going to threaten someone, don't do it on camera. That video got me an instant restraining order. The perfectly ironic cake. Somehow, in all the chaos, I had forgotten to cancel my birthday cake order. It arrived at my workplace the next morning. My coworkers, completely oblivious to the disaster unfolding in my life, happily presented it during a team meeting. But instead of "Happy birthday to the best boyfriend ever," the cake read, "I'm leaving you for Nate. Sorry." Yeah. Olivia had changed the message, planning to dump me at work on my birthday. The bakery had the order receipts to prove it. My boss took one look at my face, ended the meeting early, and gave me the rest of the week off after I explained everything. As I was leaving, Nate's former boss reached out. He wanted a LinkedIn call. Apparently, they were very interested in any additional information I had regarding client mismanagement. Karma in action. That night, Olivia showed up at my apartment, tears streaming down her face, begging me to talk, saying we could work through this. I didn't even open the door. I just spoke through the Ring camera. "Your stuff is by the door. You have 24 hours before it goes to Goodwill." 1 week later, the aftermath. A week after the whole mess exploded, I was still piecing things together. That meeting with Nate's former employer? Eye-opening. Turns out, Nate hadn't just been scamming one client, he'd been running shady schemes for years. He took kickbacks, inflated expenses, and stole ideas from junior employees. Multiple companies were now preparing to press fraud charges against him. Oh, and that whole career change he bragged about when he switched jobs. Yeah, he was actually fired from his last position for similar behavior. The company admitted they should have done a better background check. And Olivia? After Nate's drunken meltdown at my place, he went to her expecting sympathy. She refused to let him in. According to mutual friends, he snapped, blamed her for everything, and screamed that she wasn't even worth the trouble. Then, as his final act of revenge, he forwarded their conversations to her law firm. Why was that a big deal? Because her firm has a strict morality clause. The messages showed her discussing confidential client information, a massive ethics violation, and bragging about faking sick days for their secret getaways. She was immediately suspended pending an investigation. Karma was working overtime. A twist I didn't see coming. Remember that hotel I checked into the night everything went down? The front desk clerk, Mia, had been incredibly kind when she saw the shock on my face. She upgraded my room, sent up hot chocolate, and made sure I was comfortable. Yesterday, she messaged me on Instagram. Turns out, she recognized me from a mutual friend's photos and just wanted to check if I was okay. We ended up grabbing coffee and talked for hours. Not in a romantic way, just two people having a genuine conversation, with zero ties to the chaos I had just escaped. Moving forward, literally. Next week I'm moving. Too many bad memories in my old place. I found a new apartment closer to work, with better security. That part definitely isn't a coincidence. As for Olivia's belongings, she never came to pick them up. After 24 hours, I donated everything except for personal documents and family photos. And with that, I closed the final chapter of this nightmare. Moving forward, I sent everything to Olivia's parents. Her mom actually called me, not to defend her daughter, but to apologize. She even hinted that Olivia had a pattern of this kind of behavior. Yikes. A little justice among friends. One of the most satisfying moments? Our mutual friend group had been planning a big camping trip for months. Then I got a message from Jake. Trip's cancelled. Nobody wants to go with Nate after what he did. We've got your back. Apparently, Nate tried to salvage the trip by making a new group chat, without me in it. Didn't matter. One by one, everyone left that chat too. An unexpected job offer. In the strangest turn of events, Nate's former company reached out to me with a job offer. During their internal investigation, they were impressed by my attention to detail and integrity. I wasn't sure at first, working in the same place where he used to feel off, but maybe that made it all the more fitting. 2 weeks ago, I thought I had my life figured out. Now, everything's different. But at least I'm finally sleeping through the night again. 3 months later, the final chapter. It's been 3 months since my birthday imploded, and things have finally started to settle. The professional fallout. Nate's situation went from bad to catastrophic. What began as a company audit turned into full-blown criminal charges, fraud, embezzlement, corporate espionage. Turns out, he had been selling company secrets to competitors for years. The FBI got involved. That escalated fast. As for me, I took the job at his old company. It felt strange at first, but honestly, it was the best decision I could have made. The pay is better, the team is incredibly supportive, and I'm actually doing work I enjoy. My new boss even mentioned they've tightened their hiring process because of what happened. Silver linings, I guess. Olivia's fate. Her law firm put her on extended probation. Last month, she sent me an 8-page handwritten apology. I respect the effort, but some bridges stay burned. Most of our friends sided with me, though I never asked them to pick sides. I've told them this was never about loyalty, it's about accountability. Actions have consequences. That said, it's reassuring to know people saw through the narrative they tried spinning about me being insecure or paranoid. A twist I didn't see coming. Mia, the hotel receptionist who helped me that night. What started as casual coffee chats turned into something more. We've been dating for about a month now. It's unlike any relationship I've had before, honest, straightforward, no games. We're taking things slow, building something real on a foundation of actual friendship. Closure in unexpected places. Last week, I got a random text from Nate's mom. She apologized for what her son did and said she'd always consider me a positive influence in his life. That was a tough conversation. It hit harder than I expected, given that I'd known his family for over a decade. Starting over, for real this time. My new apartment finally feels like home. It's smaller, but it's mine. I've been intentional about every piece of furniture, nothing with ties to my past life. But the biggest shift? Me. I'm more cautious now, but not cynical. More observant, but not paranoid. I've learned a hard truth. You can know someone for years and still be blind to who they really are. Yesterday would have been our anniversary. Instead of dwelling on it, I took the day off, hiked up a mountain, and watched the sunset from the peak. Somewhere along the way, I realized something important. This entire experience, no matter how painful, was a gift in disguise. It forced me to rebuild my life on my own terms. Nate and Olivia thought they were destroying me. But in the end, they only freed me from relationships built on lies. I've stopped checking their desperate messages. Their lives aren't my problem anymore. Mine, however? It's just getting started.